It's the morning of day 6 and I've come back to the beach near the villa here and came up with a fairly simple composition looking towards the island of Fuerteventura over there. Quite a subdued scene due to a lot of the clouds rolling in from the east. Plans for tonight remain the same, to head back up to the north side of the island and see if I can photograph that scene that I was talking about a couple of nights ago now, looking back towards the island through some of the haze. Hopefully there'll be some nice golden rays of sun coming through the cloud, similar to the conditions I had there a couple of nights back now. As far as the rest of this morning goes, my plans are to go back to the villa and have some delicious jammy toast. Yeah. Well, I'm back over in the area of the Northern Cliffs now. Time to head on up to the trail and see what I can find up there. Primary objective here is to shoot the reverse view from when I was here a couple of days ago and get a nice side lighting as the sun sets behind the hills of the main island. But I'll also have a wander around, see what else is out here, because I got a couple of hours to kill. Yeah. It really is quite a hike from where I've parked here to the top, but I really wouldn't want to come up this path in the hire car. So it's well worth the hike through Lanzarote agricultural area. When I get to the top, I'm really kind of just hoping for the one shot that I saw the other night when I was up here. That would be just fine to come away with. And that would be me done for this trip. That is, unless tomorrow morning I do go back down to the beach near where I'm staying, or somewhere in the local area, because tomorrow I fly back to the United Kingdom. So, yeah, in terms of this trip, I'm pretty happy with the images that I've taken so far. You know, I will have come away with some pretty decent shots. Not bad for a trip where my original plans were shot to pieces by the local authorities. So, but you know, it's all part of the learning curve. It's all stuff to keep in mind for future travels, future visits, and if possible I'll be coming back to Lanzarote if I can get access to the national park. Otherwise I don't really think I'll be back, because there's just really not that much else here that I think I want to photograph. I think after the areas outside the park that I've photographed it up back in here, you know, I think I'm done. So I'm going to get this hike out of the way and see what the conditions are like when I get to the top. It's so windy. I was going to record some nice video on the way up here, but I can't even put the camera down because it'll blow away. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is quite a drop, and I'm right on the edge. In the distance there is the far side of the island. You can see now there is once again quite a strong haze being cast over it, or I don't know how well that's showing up, it might be blown out. But yeah, this will be quite a difficult shot, quite a high dynamic range, but once the light gets a bit lower it should balance out. But yeah, quite a stunning view with the cliffs here in the foreground and the long drop. I'm thinking quite possibly a wide angle composition with the rocks on the right hand side here leading in towards the mountains in the distance there, with the shoreline there as well. But wow, yeah, what a view. You can see birds flying down there above the little valleys there down below. Quite impressive. Now I've just got to set my camera up and hopefully not drop it off over the edge there. Well, I'm holding onto my tripod now because I'm kind of afraid that it's going to blow off the edge here. I'm right on the edge of a very, very high cliff, but if this all works out, it's going to be worth it. So the shafts of light that I was hoping to capture are coming down behind the hills of the far side of the mountain over there, and I'm getting some nice light on the cliff here. I already made a couple of exposures with some nice warm early evening light hitting both the cliff face here and also the rays coming sideways through the hills in the distance, and I've also got some of the shoreline down there, which certainly helps give it a sense of scale. Just looking down there and seeing the birds flying very, very far away, it's making me feel kind of nauseous, and I usually have quite a head for heights. One other thing, I lost one of my Lee lens caps, the ones that kind of pop off the filter ring adapter, and it kind of dropped down the edge of the cliff here, and like an idiot I scrambled down to get it, and luckily I was able to get it and get out alive. But as I kind of walked around the other side of the cliff there, I realised that I was on an overhanging ledge, and that was probably like very, very stupid to do, so I was lucky to get out there alive. I'm quite pleased with the exposures that I've already made. I'm going to obviously hope that the light continues to improve as sunset approaches, but there are times like this which are awesome. I'm wearing my coat this time as well. I brought it up here in my pack, and it's going to enable me to stay up here a bit longer without freezing to death. From a technical standpoint, I'm just using the soft grad here to take the edge off the more contrasty elements of the shot out to sea there. I'm using my 24-70 lens, stopped down to about f11. Other than that, it's all fairly straightforward. The lens is currently set to a focal length of almost completely 24mm. It's not quite at the widest setting because I don't want to get any of these foreground rocks in, because otherwise the depth of field's just going to be too great. I don't really want to have to do any focus stacking in this scene. There's enough going on in here, and there's enough leading lines in the shoreline down there as well as in the cliff face here to kind of guide your eyes to where they naturally want to go, which is to the amazing light on the horizon there. I'm just cutting off the northern shoreline of the island there, where there's quite a lot of glare currently on the shore, so that's going to make the scene a little bit too contrasty, and I don't really want to have to image blend or anything like that. I want to get it all in one shot. But so far I've already made a couple of exposures I'm really pleased with, so now I just got to stick around and hope that the light improves, and that I also manage to avoid death. Death is bad. Well, I'm getting out of here now. The wind's really started to pick up. I'm running high up. I need to watch where I'm walking. I think that went really well. I had some amazing backlight on those hills on the island to the south. So, with all that said, I'm going to get back down into the valley you see back there behind me. It's probably a good 40 minutes walk from here. But yeah, really pleased with the outcome from tonight. And honestly, would I have even come here if I was shooting in the national park? Maybe not, but then who knows what I would have captured in there. But I'm certainly very happy with the images that were captured here. So now it's time to get back to the villa and enjoy a nice sleep, because I am very tired. I'm a very, very tired person. It is incredibly windy, which is fine.